What does Fort Collins and any island have in common? Well, strong boundaries where you can only build and develop so much. Fort Collins is pretty much landlocked. We have got the foothills to our west, causing a strong barrier for development and growth. Wellington to our north, Timnath and Windsor to our east, and Loveland to our south. So Fort Collins is one of these locations that really can only grow so much. And when you can only grow so much, builders and developers start to do infill projects, start to lose land to develop in and around. But today's video, we are going to talk to you about what developments are happening here in Fort Collins and a little bit in northern Colorado. What's up, everybody? My name is Patrick Soukup with Soukup Real Estate. Thank you for joining today's video, New Developments in Northern Colorado and Fort Collins. Enjoy. So recently, the Coloradoan put out a great article about what type of developments were happening here in Northern Colorado and Fort Collins, expectations, things that us locals have discussed, such as the Kmart redevelopment, which is a commercial building here really close to middle of town on Drake and College, which this Kmart has been vacant for many, many years. You won't find many boarded up windows here in Fort Collins in northern Colorado, especially here in Fort Collins, but that Kmart building has been shut down for years. Now, the King Soopers just to the north of it has bought and acquired that building, but has not done the growth into that location. There's kind of an expectation of some multifamily possibilities there and the King Soopers and this entire kind of center to be redeveloped. But those were kind of some different topics that were talked about in this article. But one thing to take into consideration with the developments that are happening here in Fort Collins is a ton of them are multifamily, apartment type developments, senior type developments, affordable housing type developments all around Fort Collins. Now, a lot of that is because growth, they can sell people living in an apartment. The density, the economics, they make sense. The numbers, the returns, all that good stuff makes sense. Whereas single family, you definitely need space to sprawl out, where lot sizes are anywhere between 4 to 10,000 square feet. With new developments, you can expect definitely that they're a lot smaller. But a lot of the developments, the new residential developments, are multi-family, multi-story buildings. Now, one of the biggest developments that really kind of took Fort Collins by surprise and excitement is this Montava project. In northeast Fort Collins near Budweiser Event Center, it's a 1,000-acre development that's expected to have about 4,000 plus dwelling units, a live operational farm, grocery, schools, you name it. This development is going to be the largest in Fort Collins history of new developments. Now, there's a lot of hurdles for this development to overcome, specifically water and bringing water to this development. Now, Fort Collins used to be a location where you could pay a fee in lieu of your water tap fee. Now, I've talked with clients from Florida where the water tap fee is literally $150. All it's going to cost you is how much it's going to cost for the utility man to come or woman to come out and turn the nozzle to allow water to flow to your home. Not the case in Colorado and Fort Collins. They are water tap fees of anywhere between expected $70,000 to $80,000 last time I checked. And they are requiring builders to bring water to these developments now instead of in lieu of water, you could pay a fee. Meaning there are developers that are going to have to go find those individuals or companies or whoever that hold and own those water rights and negotiate and buy those water rights and shares and bring them to the development. So that's one thing that's caused kind of a pause button, along with some kind of congestion, road work issues that have been happening in northeast Fort Collins. If you know anything about kind of that area, I've got a few friends that kind of live over in the country club area, and it's a big concern because there is already semi trucks kind of using that as a highway to get to 287 from the interstate. You get off Mountain Vista, go down, take Country Club Road, haul that through into 287. It is a very busy intersection, and it is only going to get more busy and more congested. So there is some definite road work that needs to be done in that Montava development. But all that being said is it could potentially bring dramatically necessary housing units to Fort Collins in northern Colorado. It's a big, big developer, and they are starting their first phase of about 600 units comprised of multifamily, duplex, apartment, and single family houses in this first phase of development. So that's the first and most exciting development that's going on here in Fort Collins in northern Colorado. We have a few developments that are coming to an end. Registry Ridge, over on Shields and Trilby, it has closed out. There are no more homes to be bought there. We have Mosaic, which has been a very popular development. In my previous video, when I was talking to you about the client who's had some new construction issues, she had bought in Mosaic, but it is a very desirable area. The development was highly sought out from a lot of younger professionals, younger families. The price points were affordable for a very long time, but now for a single family 2,300 square foot house built by Hartford Homes, expect anywhere between $600,000 to $660,000 for that new home. And there's only a few more availability with condos, some townhomes, and single family in that development between Lennar and Hartford Homes. Those are the builders there. Now, from there, you also have Dreamfinders, the Reserve at Timberline, which could be and will be a really cool development. We walked it with a client and have some really cool footage of aerial shots where you've got phenomenal mountain views. I can tell you that a lot of people that are moving here from all over the country are looking for those mountain views, and they are hard to come by sometimes. But there are phenomenal views on some of these homes, and they are dirt and foundation and framing starts that you could explore. They're in phase 2 of a 3-phase development that they're releasing phase 2. D.R. Horton has a development just to the north of that, which will also be very highly desired. Now, one of the probably less popular developments, but is in a really kind of cool area, is the Mountain's Edge at Drake and Overland. Now, a lot of these are just townhomes. There are some single families, but they are no longer available. But there was about 20 to 25 units available at one time at the end of 2021. They are starting to sell out, but there is still some availability. These are about 1,700 3-bedroom, 2-bath properties with an unfinished basement, going for anywhere between $420,000 to $500,000, but you are right along the foothills. You do have a garage. Some of them have single cars, some of them have a 2-car garage. So it's definitely a unique development on the western side of town, really close to the Hughes Stadium land deal that just got passed through. Now, it's not official because there are some approvals that need to be met by the end of 2022, December of 2022, for this to be solidified. Otherwise, either party, the state of Colorado and the city of Fort Collins, can back out of the deal. But at this point, the state of Colorado has sold this 160-acre piece of land to the city of Fort Collins that will remain open land. Now, what is done from there, who knows? But in turn, the city of Fort Collins contacted a private party that has sold 24 acres, I believe it is, to the state of Colorado for them to develop affordable housing for their employees. That was the biggest hangup on this development. Is CSU has janitorial staff, kitchen staff, housekeeping professors, all of these people that need and want to work close to CSU but maybe cannot afford it. So it is of big importance for them to provide affordable housing, and therefore they wanted to keep this 160-acre piece and build on it and develop it, but City of Fort Collins wanted to keep it open land. So we were able to contact and contract a private owner, the City of Fort Collins, and get a deal in the works. So hopefully by the end of the year that has been solidified, but those are going to be 160 acres of open land, and depending on where it goes from there, whether it goes into a reservation back to the Native Americans, or there is some wildlife refugee type situations there, parks, open area, all that good stuff in that 160 acres. Now, those are really the main developments that are going, have been completed, or are looking to get started here in Fort Collins. Now, Just to the east of I-25, which it's still Fort Collins addresses on some, Timnath on others, but you have Timnath Lakes, Kitchell Lakes at Saratoga Falls, and other single family developments just to the east of I-25, and in Windsor and in Wellington and in Loveland that will be bringing hundreds and thousands of homes to the market here in the very near future. So I've got a client under contract at Saratoga Falls, at Kitchell Lakes, and other developments that we've explored are really pretty cool, but they are all pretty much to the east of I-25. Because as we spoke, Fort Collins is this landlocked place. There's only so much more that we can build to the north and south and east. Now, there are some small infill developments, lots privately held, but as far as big developments go, those are really it here in Fort Collins. So if you're looking for a new build, new construction, you're really going to start looking towards Wellington, Severance, Timnath, Windsor, Johnstown, a little bit in Loveland, but not even that much in Loveland, and Berthoud. Those are really going to be where the majority of the new developments are. And if this video is of interest to you and you want to get more information on those new developments, definitely let me know and I can do specific neighborhoods, specific developments. I've been reached out and contacted by specific developers that want to do kind of a special, but I just want to make sure that it's valuable to you if it's so specific and niche down to these individual developers and builders. So if you did enjoy this content, leave a comment below, like it, potentially subscribe, and if you're looking at buying or building here in northern Colorado, definitely feel free to give me a call, text, or email. All of my contact information is down below in the show notes. So thank you for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Until next time, take care.